Hi guys, my name is Keaton Armstrong. I'm a delivery specialist here at Hoover Toyota. Welcome to the 2021 Camry. I'm taking the initiative to go over all the vehicles in our lineup to have a video series about the features and the buttons and what they all do. So I like to start from left to right, make sure I get everything. Let's get started. So over here to our left on our door panel, we do have the controls for the windows. They are auto touch down and up. So you give them one big press, they'll go all the way down as well as come all the way up. There's kind of two levels to them. So I can go halfway if I give it a light press on the handle, but I can go all the way as well. You will see that you do have your window locks as well as door locks, and then your adjustments for your mirrors. So really easy, L for left, R for right, and then it controls like a joystick. I usually take this opportunity to show customers the blind spot monitor. You can see them in either mirror. That will light up orange when somebody's in their blind spot. Here you do have your auto high beams. So of course, when you're driving at night, the car will automatically detect a vehicle on the other side of the road or in front of you and dim the high beams, so that way you don't have to flip back and forth on the high beams. I usually, again, take this opportunity to explain some of the safety features because for a lot of people, the technology in terms of how the car is able to see something else is pretty cool. So there is a camera up here in front of the rear view mirror, as well as a sensor in front of the Toyota badge or underneath the Toyota badge, excuse me. That'll show, or that those two things work together to look out for pedestrians, cyclists, as well as other drivers. So if they're approaching one of those at a high rate of speed, the pre-collision system will detect it here, give them an alert to brake, and apply the brakes if no action is taken by the driver. So pretty cool there. Traction control is right here, as well as your 360 view button. So I can hit this button and of course it'll give me a view of the Camry and everything around it, as well as give me another option for another Camry angle. I can pause and play it as well. And then a cool party trick is I can go into the settings here and change the color of my Camry. So I'm in a red Camry, I'll keep it red, which is pretty cool. Again, over here to your left, you do have your trunk release and then your fuel release. Here's a little storage cubby. You can throw something in there, and then a hood release down there for the hood, of course. Hopefully, it being a Toyota, they won't be down there much. Here you do have your auto headlights, so set it and forget it, which is really easy, as well as signal, just like any other car. And then this trackpad here controls this center screen. So I can go up, down, left, and right. I can look at my driver safety information, any audio that I'm listening to, turning on and off my safety things. Here as well, I do have a back button, so I tell people when in doubt, hit that. Trying to override this fuel low here thing, of course. I know that's important, but I can go back up to it. Let's see here. All right, so now I can have my digital speed, which shows me my, of course, speed, and then distance to empty right underneath of it. Here I do have the button to answer a phone call, and then volume controls for your radio. Over here is your touch to talk button. That'll allow you to speak to the vehicle, kind of like a digital assistant. You can say, hey, FM 96.1, it'll tune to that station. Or you can say, call whomever from your contacts list, it'll call that person. Over here to your right, you do have your cruise control settings. 2021 vehicles or 2021 Toyota vehicles all have adaptive cruise as standard. So here, of course, I can hit my cruise button and then set at whatever speed. Then from there, this button allows me to regulate the distance between me and the vehicle in front of me. So of course, radar cruise on, set, and then here up top, you can see that's my distance. So each bar represents about 2 car lengths away from the car in front of me. So of course, 3 bars is about 6 car lengths away, so it'll keep that distance. Down below, you'll see that I do have a mode button for my audio. So if I go back to home here on the center screen, if I hit mode, of course, I'm on FM, but if I hit mode, it goes into Sirius XM. Mode again goes into Bluetooth, and then AM. So pretty cool. Here are the seek and track buttons for the radio, so I can go to the next song or to the next preset on my radio. This is our center screen, of course, so turn my climate off and make sure I'm not getting any feedback. Here you do have your home button, which will take you home. As you can see, we're in sunny Hoover, Alabama. Menu will allow you to go to your menu where you can set up your phone and things of that nature, or you can hit the home button and hit no phone selected there to get things going. Audio will, of course, take you to audio. Kind of went over that just a little bit. And so AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, and then I can actually set presets. So of course I have 36 presets, but on the first page here, say if AM 530 was my favorite station, I can just hit and hold till it beeps. That saves that preset into that section there. Map, of course, will allow you to go to your integrated map if the car is equipped with it. If not, you can hit that button when your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto is connected, and it'll get things going there. Seek and trackers for your radio as well as phone will, of course, take you to your phone where you can dial in a number or go through your contacts list. Apps will allow you to, or on a higher trim level vehicle, start your remote connect authorization, or it'll allow you to, what will it allow you to do? It'll allow you to access your Wi-Fi, so you can have Wi-Fi throughout the vehicle, and that's where you got to get that started. Power and volume on the left and right, really easy there. I did forget to mention, you might be able to see, or maybe not, your heads-up display there. Of course, that is customizable, again, with this center screen here. Here are your climate controls. So, of course, you have your driver setting on the left and then passenger setting on the right. So no longer do the wife and husband have to fight about being hot or cold. And then you have pretty much a climate control system just like you would in any other vehicle. Sync will of course take the temperatures back to the driver setting. So if I was a passenger, got in here and changed things up, Sync will take it back to the driver setting, as well as your defroster up front, and defroster on the rear, and mirrors. Again, or this button here is your auto button. So it works just like a thermostat in your home. So you can hit the auto button. It'll work just like a thermostat. So it'll turn on the heat, the air, whatever it needs to do to get to that particular temperature. Here you do have your plug-ins for USB as well as 12 volt. We used to call it a cigarette lighter. Don't call it that anymore. So you can plug this into this port here, and that'll get your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto started. Here's your wireless charger. It works with newer style phones, of course, with glass backs, and you can get that charged. Just lay it right down on there, and then there's some storage underneath. Here you have your gear shifter, of course. I know I don't have to explain that, but you do have your different drive modes. So I have Eco, Normal, and Sport. I generally tell people to put in Eco when you're on a road trip. It'll put the vehicle in a higher gear, so you burn less fuel. So if I hit Eco here, things turn green, as you can see. Normal is going to be clear, and then Sport is going to be red. Again, you put the car in Sport when you're trying to race somebody. And then here you have your brake hold feature. What this allows you to do is every time, or after you hit this button, every time you come to complete stop, it'll hold the vehicle at that complete stop. So, you know, you're in the drive-through line at Chick-fil-A, what have you, you can hit this button and you don't have to hold your foot on the brake waiting up behind the other cars. You tap the brake and then put your foot back on the gas when you're ready to go, and then repeat. Here's a parking brake. It's all automatic. When I go into park, of course, the parking brake is on. But if I go into drive or reverse. If I go into reverse neutral drive, it pulls the parking brake off and that red light turns off. So really easy, never have to press it. If you do need to turn it off or on, you can press it down or pull it up. And then I do have my heated and ventilated seats here. Pretty simple there. There are 3 levels for each of them, so I can go hot or cold, which is really nice. All right, last but not least, up here I do have my light control. So of course, left light, right light, all the lights, or if I want the lights to come on when the doors open, I can select that there. This is your SOS button or safety connect button. It'll allow you to, of course, connect to dispatch for safety connect. So if you get into any trouble, you can hit that button and they'll send somebody your way. Here in the 2021 Camry XSE, we do have a panoramic sunroof. So as you can see, it goes all the way, extends the length of the car. The one on the left will control the shade. So if I want to control the shade, I can. I can also stop it in the middle by pressing it again, or I can just press it, give it one long press and it'll go all the way. And then the selection on the right is for my actual glass. So it does open up as a sunroof, just the first section, but it will go all the way back and give you a nice convertible feel. All right, well, that is a 2021 Camry. That's pretty much all the buttons and features explained. Here, of course, I do have my garage pairings if I like to. It's an auto dimming mirror. But guys, that's pretty much it. I did miss, of course, this here, which is your trip odometer button. So you can, of course, go trip A, trip B, and just hold it to reset it. And then your dimmer switch is here. But that's a 2021 Camry, guys. Thanks for tuning in.